We're going to wrap up our discussion of predicate logic inferences by taking a look at a few invalid patterns. That is, they're logically weak. They're not well formed, they're ill formed, not good inferences. Consider the following argument. All men are mortal. Clifford is mortal, therefore Clifford is a man. Remember, Clifford we're talking about is the big red dog, but it doesn't matter who we're talking about because we could see that this is not a good kind of inference to make. All I could do is I can show you by example. That is, imagine that we're talking about Clifford the dog. Well, the dog certainly is mortal. All men are mortal, but the conclusion is false. So here we're looking at an invalid pattern inference. All A's are B's. We have the Venn diagram that the circle of A's is inside the circle of B. X is a B. Therefore, the question is, if X is a B, is it outside of the circle of A's or inside of the circle of A's? It could be both, either place. Therefore, X is an A. But since it can go in either place, we can't determine where the X goes, and it could be in a bad place. It's not a good inference to make. If you think about it, it's the evil twin of the direct pattern of inference. And now we're going to have an evil twin of the indirect pattern. That is, all men are mortal. Clifford is not a man. Therefore, Clifford is not a man, right? He's a big red dog. Therefore, Clifford is not mortal. So there's a case in which the premises are true, the conclusion's false. It's an invalid pattern of inference. The pattern being all A's are B's, X is not an A, therefore X is not a B. Okay, remember, indirect, you go from right to left, from the B's to A's, direct A's to B's. This is an invalid one because it's going with a not in the wrong direction. Or looking at it from the Venn diagram perspective, all A's are B's, all the circle of A's is inside a circle of B's. We know X is not an A, so it could be in the circle of B's or outside of the circle of B's. So we can't conclude from that. We don't know where it is. If it's outside, we cannot conclude. It's not a good pattern of inference. And just to review the bad patterns of inference, all A's are B's, X is a B, therefore X is an A. Example, all men are mortal, Clifford's mortal, therefore Clifford is a man. And all A's are B's, X is not an A, therefore X is not a B. All men are mortal, Clifford isn't a man, therefore Clifford is not normal. And you need to remember that Clifford is a dog, so dogs are mortal.